Welcome to Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them, a weekly podcast hosted by Stacy Jones, the CEO and founder of Los Angeles entertainment marketing agency Hollywood Branded. Join Stacy and learn from her 20 years of experience as she shares top-notch advice on marketing best practices for brands and walks you through how to leverage entertainment content and influencer partnerships to increase your brand's overall consumer engagement and, most importantly, your sales. And now, here's your host, Stacy Jones.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. I'm Stacy Jones, and today I'm going to talk to you about how cannabis brands have been able to stand out and gain brand awareness through product placement, content marketing, partnerships. If you're a cannabis brand, it's hard to get the word out about your product line in a meaningful way where you control the messaging. Many states refuse to allow cannabis brands to buy TV, print, or digital media, and Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have put in major restrictions limiting the ability for cannabis brands to target individuals and pay for ads. Yet cannabis is one of the fastest growing markets, and in order to survive, cannabis brands have to find a way to stand out and gain awareness. And if you're told you can't advertise, that's a pretty hard situation to be in. Yet there is a way, a very great way, for these brands to grab consumers' attention. How? By becoming part of other people's content. And it's a topic I talk about all the time, specifically product placement. So let's start to explore how cannabis brands have used product placement to partner with television, film, and music content over the years. Cannabis on screen is no longer about risk takers and hippie characters. It's transcended that social bar with the legalization across state lines, and especially in the content capital of the world, California. With laws in January 2018 making it legal to purchase cannabis in California, film and TV content creators are absolutely guaranteed to embrace the storyline of the hipness of marijuana now. For years, cannabis has played a role in movies, from millennial-driven Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Dazed and Confused, Dude, Where's My Car?, Pineapple Express, or Harry and Kumar Go to White Castle, or the middle-aged The Big Lebowski, Super Troopers, or anything Cheech and Chong. But it's always been the exception and not the norm of the scene. It's always stood out. It's something that has made you take notice. And now cannabis is spreading its buds to content and storylines everywhere and providing a modern take to stoner comedies and dramas. When you think of feature films in cannabis, the first thing likely to come to mind are stoner comedy films. I mean, come on, it's a natural fit. Stoner films are a subgenre of comedy films where much of the plot revolves around the use of cannabis. Typically, these movies show cannabis used in a comic and positive fashion and acts as one of the main themes of the films. When our team speaks with cannabis brands, without fail, the majority say they would have loved to have been in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, Ted, or Dude, Where's My Car? And those types of films are absolutely perfect for cannabis brands seeking the millennial male and female, but let's face it, more male demographic. And there are many more of those films on the horizon just waiting to go into production. It truly is a cannabis marketer's dream. Stoner comedies aren't a new phenomenon. In fact, the 1970s and 1980s are what really brought cannabis to the big screen with Cheech and Chong and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This led to films like Dazed and Confused, Half-Baked, Dude's Where's My Car?, How High?, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, feeling the munchies yet? Pineapple Express, Your Highness, Ted, and of course Ted 2. This Is the End. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen This Is the End, what a majorly strange movie. I think you actually needed to be stoned in order to watch the movie and get it. Kid Cannabis and American Ultra. There's so many different films. And just wait, there are plenty more films that will be produced as stoner comedies because the fact is, those films just do so well at the box office. And then there are the other films, the non-stoner comedies, the ones that appeal to all ages, and the ones that are going to prove to be one of the best ways for cannabis marketers to truly engage with those outside-the-box cannabis users. Not talking your hip-hop followers, your millennials. Now we're going into Generation X and even baby boomers. The everyday men and women who are the reasons why state legislation is allowing cannabis to become legalized. You know, the rest of the world of cannabis users, and the largest growing market that cannabis brands need to figure out how to market to. And that's where film and TV content that's not about stoners and getting out of your head high can really help cannabis brands. Movies like 50-50, which involved a cancer patient, The Social Network, where a glimpse into the world of college to adult life is featured, Stuck in Love and Life as We Know It, where real life comes into play, or fun-filled comedies like We're the Millers, Neighbors, and Knocked Up. These are not films that are traditionally stoner comedies. These are films that are appealing to an entirely different adult audience, and ones that actually have the ability to spend large amounts of their income. There's also the whole music product placement partnerships for cannabis. Recreational use of cannabis is becoming more mainstream and accepted as legalization continues on a state level, and it's only growing. Its appearance in entertainment has become more common as well over the years, and of course with social influencer partnerships as well. One of the earliest ways cannabis brands began to stand out and market themselves has been through music artist partnerships. From becoming part of a song lyric to being featured in a music video, music has connected cannabis brands to very targeted hip and millennial audiences. Pretty much any hip-hop or rap music video is going to have an opportunity nowadays to feature a cannabis brand. They've been doing it for years. Yes, there are exceptions, but this market more than any other has seized the benefits of cannabis and promoted brands authentically. Just take a look at the in-your-face cannabis starring roles with Wiz Khalifa's Still Blazin', Afroman's Because I Got High, and Kid Cudi's Cannabis. But that doesn't mean there aren't other genres out there with just as much opportunity. The genre of choice to date has always been hip-hop. But cannabis brands should take note that other genres such as country and pop and rock offer phenomenally strong opportunities to engage with those artists' fan bases. There are music artists who are cannabis friendly and who are more than willing to incorporate your brand in their songs or in their music videos. And then if we take a look at television, the fastest way a cannabis brand can get on air, as TV shows typically shoot and then air within 3 months or so, unlike feature films which range from 12 to 18 months, is through TV. And TV offers those stoner comedy series, but to a more diverse audience, grabbing both men and women's attention with shows like Workaholics, Broad City, That 70s Show, and Trailer Park Boys. And beyond stoner TV are cannabis-centered storylines on previously hit shows like Weeds, Mary plus Jane, High Maintenance, Humboldt, Hollyweed, and Disjointed. These plotlines revolve around the business and daily world of cannabis, and as Hollywood creates content based on reality and what's going on in the real world and in the media, even more TV shows are on the horizon across all TV networks, even those family-friendly ones, which will continue to broaden and evolve as no longer will the weed storyline be subjugated to a paid cable or late-night time slot, as it becomes even more mainstream. And of course, there are TV shows and web series that have very specific cannabis plotlines around other niche markets, like food, with Martha and Snoop's Potluck Dinner Party and Bong Appetit, or web series like Cannabis Mom's Club and Growing Up. And while not TV, there are also plenty of podcasts where cannabis plays a major role, like Getting Dug with High and High Holidays, or opportunities to be interwoven into the conversation in so many other podcasts as well. Really, the content opportunities for cannabis brands is enormous. Cannabis-related brands have a phenomenal opportunity for product placement and upcoming content. If you have a cannabis brand, reach out to our team to talk about what content's about to go into production that would make a tremendous marketing platform for your brand. And then also make sure you check out our website where we have a couple of different infographics on both influencer marketing for cannabis as well as more on content marketing, where our teams provide real-life examples of cannabis brands and partnerships who have made it work. And if you're interested in getting your cannabis brand involved in TV shows and feature films or partnered with a music artist, then also download our product placement ebook where our team has provided insights into how to make this marketing practice work specifically for you. And stop by HollywoodBranded.com for more tips. Look at our library, which has infographics, white papers, ebooks, and videos, or our blog, blog.hollywoodbranded.com, which has hundreds of helpful hints on how to make brands, influencer, and entertainment content partnerships a success from the get-go. That's it for this episode. I hope it was helpful, and please let me know if you have any feedback. I'll see you next week. And as always, if you need a little or a lot of help, my agency, Hollywood Branded, is here to lend a hand. If you'd leave a review or any questions I can address in the future, I'd really appreciate it, as your feedback helps me know my advice is valuable and interesting to you.
Are you ready to make the magic of product placement, celebrity event activations, or influencer partnerships help your sales? Visit HollywoodBranded.com to gain access to free content to learn which key tactics best fit your brand. You'll find surveys, webinars, daily blogs, ebooks, and guides, all created to make sure you have access to the best possible marketing practices. Don't forget to join Stacy Jones for our next podcast conversation about marketing mistakes and how to avoid them. Let's make that entertainment marketing magic happen for you.